Are you serious about getting approved for a home loan?
Then watch this video.
Hi guys, I'm Kira Ford. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and we talk about real estate tips and tricks, dance fitness go-tos, and much, much more. Today I have my first guest, yay! Kenneth. He is a credit expert. So Kenneth, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so my name's Kenneth Smith Jr. I actually have a YouTube channel myself. So go ahead on, click and subscribe because I'm sharing with you adulting tips and credit advice to help achieve all your credit goals. I'm by profession a credit expert, just as Kira has said. So thank you so much, Kira, for having me on the show.
Of course. Thank you for being here. So let's jump right into it. Well, actually, right before we jump into it, okay, so how did you get into credit? Like, what made you, I guess, become a credit expert? I'm sure everyone would want to know, right?
That's a great question, Kira. I actually became a credit expert because I used to sell furniture for a company, and it was a finance company. And let me tell you, people would come in, and if you had a great credit score, let's say, for example, they bought a $2,000 furniture set, and at that, if you had great credit, you would only pay $2,000 plus tax, which would be about $2,200, okay? And they'll have 3 years no interest. So over 3 years, after 3 years, they only paid $2,200. Now, if you had okay credit, all right, you'd actually pay 29% interest plus a $100 processing fee. And after tax, you end up paying about $3,600.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Now, if you came in there with bad credit, you ready?
I'm nervous.
So if you came in there with bad credit, you would actually pay a double and a quarter for whatever the item was worth within 1 year. So instead of paying $3,600 over 3 years or $2,200 over 3 years, you paid $4,700 after tax in 1 year.
Yeah, I'm baffled. I don't know who's doing that.
So as for someone in sales, seeing that, it broke my heart, and I just wanted to actually tell people, if you would just be a little patient, go get your credit scores up. And after getting your score up, come back and then buy your furniture, then life will be a whole lot better. You'll save a whole lot of money.
So that's why you changed to helping with credit.
Exactly. Yes.
Excellent. Well, let's jump right into it. So, what is the first step into getting approved for a home loan? So most of my clients, when I am, first meeting them and I first get them as a lead, I'm like, okay, so tell me your situation, tell me a little bit about yourself. And I'm telling you, the biggest struggle is they say that they feel like they don't have a credit score that is going to get them into a loan. So tell me this, what is a good credit score? What is a bad credit score? Even throw in what is an excellent credit score.
Okay, so let's start off from the top. So an excellent credit score is anything that's a 750 and above, okay?
That's me.
Also, okay, I see you. That's what's up. Now, a good credit score is anything that would be a 680 and above. Now, what's a bad credit score or something that would be considered unacceptable would be anything below a 580.
Okay, a 580.
Now, what you need to be approved for a home loan, a lot of people actually, there's a misconception about this. People think you really need, let's say, a 700, but you really, as long as you have at least a 600, you can go ahead on and get approved. And some lenders, some programs will be able to actually get you approved for only a 580.
I'm sorry, one more time. So you just need at least a 600 is what you said?
Yeah, at least a 600.
And then some programs help if
with 580. But really what you want to do is you want to get your scores up as high as possible before going and applying for a home loan, because you get a better interest rate. But it's different than versus buying furniture or for a vehicle.
Okay.
Home loans are different. Why? Because just like when you're buying furniture, you're instead of going from 0% interest to now you're paying 30% interest or double and a quarter, the interest rate for a home loan would be like 1% higher or a little over that.
Okay.
But that can make a big difference when you're talking $200,000. So you do want to save as much as possible on the interest rate. and then you can also refinance. So keep that in mind as well. Now, when it comes to getting approved, you may want down payment assistance programs. Those start at a 640 credit mid score. So
well, no, they typically start at a 620.
620?
Yes, because
620, 640.
That's definitely a difference.
Okay,
that's 20
okay.
points.
Well, it changed. Yeah, okay.
And also, stay tuned. I will have a loan officer on here next week, if not next week, the week after, that will talk about the different loans that are offered out there. So, great segue. Make sure you stay tuned for that, guys.
Okay.
Going into our second question. Okay, Kenneth. So, why is it important to use an expert when you're trying to bring your credit score up? I mean, we already talked about how you have to have at least a 600 to be able to get approved for a loan. Anything below a 580, typically it's going to be very hard to get approved for a loan. You probably won't.
Yes.
You won't get approved for a loan
won't.
if you have a 580 and below. So tell me this: why is it important to use an expert versus someone else just doing it on themselves? Because plenty of my clients love to tell me that they're doing their credit repair by themselves. So elaborate on that for us, please.
Well, first off, I'll say this. Whatever you do for a living, let's say you're a mechanic. Of course, I can watch a YouTube video on how to do it, probably do some Google research and see how to be a mechanic, but does that make me the expert? Does that make me the professional? Could I do your job as well as you? Exactly not, right? So that's why, for one, you want to make sure an expert's working on your credit when it comes to repairing it, simply because you want to make sure it's being done the right way. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the time, okay? I talk to people all day, every single day, and people who says that, yes, I'm working on my credit. Well, how long you been doing it? For about 2 years. For 2 years, how long are you gonna be working on it?
2 years is a long time.
Yes. So the reason is because you have a family, you have a job that's probably very demanding. You have distractions, social media, and you have all this going on in your life. Do you really have the time to do the research that it takes to be able to get those negative items removed off of your report? Do you really have the time to make sure you're doing everything that you need to be doing to get those negative items removed? Then I assume not, and that's why I would definitely recommend. Now the third reason why you definitely need a credit expert is for the accountability, because once you enroll, for example, in our program, we will get your credit scores up within 6 months. And once a person starts, I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing for a person to get started, but once they get started,
it's easy peasy.
It's easy peasy from there. Now, if they don't get started and then they're just working on it on their own, or they're just kind of just going about life, it's going to be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. I talk to some people, they're like, yeah, I really wanted to do this 10 years ago.
Wow.
So that's the situations I run in on a day-to-day basis. And let me say this, I know this sounds harsh, but typically a person with bad credit, you have bad credit for a reason. You procrastinate, okay? You procrastinate just like you did with your bills, okay? So what we need to do is we need to hold you accountable. We need to make this thing happen. And how you're going to do that is enrolling into a professional credit repair program that's going to help build your credit scores. So that will change the game for you.
Awesome, Kenneth. So that was solid information. So how do they get in contact with you? You already talked about your YouTube channel. Facebook, what is the name of your company? So people can reach out to you and get help, get credit help, so we can get approved for these home loans, guys. Come on.
Yeah, so the name of my company, I don't own the company, but I am a credit expert for them, is MSI Credit Solutions. We've been in business going on 13 years in December, very professional. We've helped thousands of clients, and I'm pretty sure someone that's been in the same position that you're in right now, okay? So you can contact me by reaching me. You can call my work line at 214-646-1680. Again, that's 214-646-1680. Or you can email me at ksmith@msicredit.com.
So I'll have all that information down in the description box. Thank you so much, Kenneth, again for coming. Awesome, guys. So once you get your credit fixed up with Kenneth, come on over to me and I'll be able to help you guys find a home or even your first home, guys. Yay! I'm so happy you did this. Of course, I'll be doing the loan officer video next week, so stay tuned to that, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment below if you are working on your credit and how we best can help you guys. All right, until next time. Mwah! Your ass is going way too long. I'm looking at you like, what are you? What did we talk about? Keep it short and simple. You are, and I'm so like short and exciting, and you're like, ooh. Yes, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it high energy. Okay.